had to make a live video tonight addressing our policing system and to whom it may concern. All right, the past few days I saw a post made by Sahara Reporters. It says, breaking news, police sacks officers. Peter Ejike, who collide with blah 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 blah. That's by the way. And much of this has been on the pipeline across our country. At first, I want to address everyone, letting you know that Nigeria belongs to every citizen. Every citizen remains a stakeholder as far as this country is concerned. And over the time, whether you're a blogger, whether you're on the internet space, I need you to hear this from me. And this message especially goes to our policing system. I know why I put it this way. And also a direct message to the Cybercrime Center, the director of Cybercrime, National Cybercrime Center, Abuja, led by CP Uche Ifeanyi Henry. Sir, you are the director of Cybercrime Center, Abuja, nationwide. Now, the past few months, over a year now, there was a case like this of this young man by name Chukwuka of Fuebu, known as Ijele Speaks on the internet. The other report has it that an officer was sacked from his job. Then I ask, will others learn from what has happened here? The reason why I mentioned the director of Cybercrime Center Abuja, National Cybercrime Center Abuja, CP Ifeanyi Henry. So with all due respect, to he who much is given, to much is also expected from that person. Two wrongs can never make a right. As far as I'm concerned, two wrongs can never make a right. I don't see the situation whereby, for example, I know why I had to attach this picture of Chukwuka of Ebu. I'm not saying he's innocent, I'm not saying he's also guilty. But let's look at from the event that played out there. I'm also sending a message to the NJC, to NJC in particular also. See, when people have issues, there should be a balanced standard of fair hearing from the both parties, if necessary, or even though if it is not necessary. There are needs to listen to the both parties, and not just where we could just wake up one morning and we have a Nigerian in custody while the other person goes about bragging that I have dealt with this person. That's one. The court is everyone's business, just as security is everyone's business. Everyone is subject to the rule of law. Now, on the other hand, somebody will be jubilating that the other person's crime has been captured on the same internet space. But I suggest, before the police could tender invitations to people, or before they could run after certain persons, you need to take your time, take months, weeks, monitor the activities of both the person who laid complaints to you. If there are ways you could hear them out, you should be able to do that. And not where people will just wake up and go and get one kangaroo court order to detain somebody and swap that person into prisons or awaiting trial. And so unfortunate that some personnel will stand to supervise this kind of acts somebody will stand to supervise it. If everyone brags about how many contacts they have, the police contacts they have in their phones, could that build up a better justice system in our country? It will not. It will definitely not do anyone good. Dear CP Uche, onye Igbo ka Igbo. Sa ka m jụọ gị n'olu Igbo ka m riji English kwuo nke maka ndị iro anyị. All the while people na-apụta n'internet wee na-egosi ọtọ ụmụ nwanyị. Sir, I want to ask, is that not a cyber crime? Is that not also a cyber crime? Dear CP Uche Ifeanyi Henry, sir, all the while videos were being put up on the internet where one said in my own community, in this very community, now that is, they will shoot gun, but he will just place a phone call, and he even demonstrated and said that his boss knows that he can do this. I came up on my platform and I made videos to that regard. Sir, nobody, no police called the man who should own up to this particular statement. Nobody called this person for questioning. Nobody. The police formed a blind eyes and ears to this. And some of these things, if there are good and standard policing system across the country, do you think some individuals will rise up as activists? Do you think some individuals will rise up to speak for the common man who must have lost hope and confidence in the police system? For crying out loud, the police is not privatized by any individual. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. At least the police should be fair to citizens. The police should be fair to every voice. The police should be fair to every average Nigerian, I mean. And not those people who come and brag about their monies of no genuine source or means of livelihood. Should people peddle drugs and later return here as saints? Should people become barons, Escobars in other countries, and whenever they return here, they decide to use our policing system to intimidate certain individuals and people unnecessarily? To the court, I want to ask this question. I thought there was a statement, or we were guided by the principles that the court is the hope of the common man. Now I want to ask, where on earth will the common man pick bundles of money to come and buy justice? It is just a question. Now they are bragging that what they have done to Ijele is what they will do to many people. I want to ask, dear CP Uche Ifeanyi Henry, sir, onye Igbo ka Igbo. Sir, all those while I negotiate on them mad on the internet. Sir, didn't you see this video? Didn't you hear from Nigerians? Sir, the video I made, where I presented a video on camera, somebody said, Naga Bakatebe in my community. Sir, nothing was done. Nothing was done. Dear CP, how long shall you keep quiet? Must Must investigations be carried out only when people submit petitions against the other party who may not have your phone number, who may not have details that they can make transfers to? How long shall these things stand? Who is trying to rubbish the police system? Who is trying to do this kind of things when people will have cases that the police should have arrested? They will go about, sneak onto tables of high profile officers and begin to manipulate things. Sir, if cybercrime must be fought across our nation, it should start from the crownings, from the beginning, from the little beginnings of everything, and not when certain individuals must have influenced certain tables and claim the ownership of such tables. Power rotates, positions shift, people take over. How long shall we supervise illegality? How long shall we supervise abnormalities across our country, sir? The same people who committed crime under the table could not climb the table and seek for justice. The policeman that was sacked, to you and your family, I am very, very sorry. Upon the day I saw this very news on the social media, I was not comfortable with it, because I knew definitely either you were searching for means to survive and somebody ought to use your name, your image. Every high rank senior officers should be very, very careful of people who comes to you, because the moment they release any little fund to you, they go back on WhatsApp groups and say the same thing. They even, some of them goes as far as bragging that they have bought their means, that they can do anything to anybody. Sir, are you comfortable hearing these things from this kind of people? How long shall many of us keep quiet on this kind of things? People could just wake up and victimize another person smoothly, and even get both to say it on their voice notes that I will deal with this person. At what crime? A lot, many of us knows. I'm not preaching for the release of Ijele. I'm only referencing what happened to him. It has now come to pass that many of them are now bragging that what they did to Ijele is what they are going to do to many people on the internet space. But they were once giving instructions to the same people they are threatening today. They were once giving them instructions, go to social media, including Reverend Fadejike Membaka, who is innocent. And the moment you say you cannot do that, you become an enemy. I don't understand the kind of system we are running. I don't understand. If there are needs to probe certain individuals, their activities on Facebook, go to those people. Sorry. Those are go. There is need for our policing system to do better, especially from the office of the director of Cybercrime Commission. Sir, a lot is being misled. A lot, series of cases are being misinterpreted before your table, sir. Funny enough, do you know the joy of these people? Their joy is the moment they see, they try to lie to you, lie to your office, fabricate things, maybe try to deceive the police so that the police could go and arrest somebody or invite somebody so they can detain the person. And on this process, they will slash a court order. Either they stole from the backyard or they go from somebody, one magistrate or one judge who has never heard the truth. And I wonder how an individual could decide for a judge not to preside or hear a case before somebody will just be thrown into the prisons as a wasted property. Is this right? I don't know how you will feel when you invite people to your offices and many of them will no longer feel comfortable or safe to come to your office. Because when the confidence of the common man is being truncated, how do you expect them to have confidence in you or in your office? They go about putting phone calls across that they have invited this person. They will detain. Once this person comes to the office, they will detain him. Once this one comes there, you are going to deal with that person for them. And the latest case or matter they refer to, the reference to is that of Ijele. That they did it to Ijele. They will do it to this person. They will do it to the other person. They will do it to the other person. CP Opromo Igbo Onye Igbo, Iwo Onye Igbo ahu for every other Onye Igbo. And you can never be privatized. What they do, they will take Ijele's picture, slash it to anybody's WhatsApp, and threaten the person. Chetakwe be Ijele no. I ain't make the same thing Emily Ijele. Well, let me block this person. They can sue Nyara blocking Ozubo. Come and get her from this page. One of the highest crimes Ijele committed against our conscience as Ndibo was where he bullied our parents, our ancestors. This is the last, this is the highest thing he did, of which made me shed tears. I said, Many of us chatted him, many of us called him, and he never listened. If you advise him, the next thing he turns up to insult you or maybe try to push you off his ways or push you into the gutter. But that's by the way. My concern is using his predicament to threaten other people moving about their daily businesses. But you own camera and you use the same camera to bully people, to show their nude pictures. You are one of the sponsors. To some detriment and level, you came to my kindred, to my community. You made a video before a traditional ruler. Nige me call. Na libo. Na babu shende mado. If you are doubting it, ask some of us to send you those videos. We will make them available to you. We have series of evidences we will send to you. When we call your offices on phone, nobody will respond to us. But when they come to your tables to come and bring their kangaroo complaints and thereabout, that is when many of you will now remember that we have address. If we are fighting insecurity, we should check the mess that kicked it off in the beginning. If we are trying to curtail cyber crimes and all that, we should do it diligently. And not the person who has 10 times of the same offense he or she committed will not run to your table because they believe they have one person or the other close to them. the person, the people who claims that they are in charge of what led Ijele to that place, are they not the same people? Let's say na Barindi Igbo, Ijele Barindi Igbo. I agree. And if he has sense, he ought to apologize to Ndi Igbo. Ndi Igbo specifically. Ndi Igbo. I even expected Love Day, his brother, to make a video. Some of us, our platforms are there. Bring up your mom. Bring people that are concerned. If your mom knows that no Kugorolonyo Oku before, not Kwahano, your mom can come on camera and apologize to Ndi Igbo. Ndi Igbo majorly. Ndi adi ebu wane ka abu nyo ya anya, no. I don't know who this person is who is requesting to join my live video. I do not know you, so I don't think it's best bringing you up here, but let's see how it goes. So anybody who knows Love Day, the brother to Ijele, nobody's urging you to apologize to any other individual, or don't even apologize or apologize to them. It is left with it between you and your conscience. But at least Ndi Igbo, apologize to Ndi Igbo in his behalf, and if he comes back, let him have the tone of human in him. Somebody said, please invite me to speak. Go out of Facebook and return back. I'm sending you an invitation. My message goes straight to the Nigerian police, and especially to the office of the Director of Cybercrime Commission. Sir, you have a lot to do. You have a lot to do. Do not allow people to manipulate your table. Those people coming to you, once people come to you first, probe them. Check them, because there is a saying that says that he that comes to equity must come with clean hands. Not when they have soiled hands and fingers and they want to now dent your own image and your office. So chase them away. They will only lay certain complaints. Ask them of their handles. Take your time on Facebook. Go and read activities of what is happening. The commenters reference to other issues. Commenters alone at their comment section, they will reference you. You go there as an intelligent officer. At the end of the day, you would be able to ascertain the truth. This is very, very important and necessary. When they jeopardize the job and duties of our proud officers, they will go to their houses and sleep and start bragging that they have done this, they have done that, forgetting that police and the court is not privatized by their parents and is not totally owned by them and their parents and their relatives and their so-called contacts. Who no man has to stop. Who has biggest money has to stop. Because the first thing we fight is, we must know the current governor of Anambra State is doing it currently. We want to know your legitimacy. We We want to know how you managed to get those monies you claim you had. What are your records? What are your past records? All of these things needs to be checkmated before we even start giving listening ears to some of these people. Not when somebody will brag that he knows one AIG who will take them to the CP, who will take them to the IG, who will take them to the... If you hear them talking, and even the way they will spend money, sometimes you begin to imagine and say, now this can matter. Now this guy, they bring out money. Like, there are means to probe people. Check them. I'm saying these things because I know my voice is heard across the world. Because I know even the Nigerian police officers, the personnel of the DSS, many of them are watching me. If we must clean up the mess in the land, we must check properly, so that we don't victimize the innocent people. So that we don't say because somebody has told us stories about somebody, you go and pick up somebody from nowhere and catch the person up. At the end of such issues, such cases, those people, they still have their ways back to court. And for the purpose of records, there are certain things you must not supervise as a senior police officer. I'm speaking to our senior officers across the nation. There are certain processes you must not supervise, no matter who is involved. Tell that person to go to hell and burn to ashes. Your table cannot be a place where they will go back and they'll be bragging that they have sorted their means or their ways. Take for instance, let me reference something. Somebody has a case with the Interpol, and the person now goes to another zonal police in charge and start laying another complaint, start fabricating certain things from under the table to go and victimize other persons. While you have another case at another police table. And I begin to ask, can these illiterates, can they differentiate the duties of the police officers? You don't leave your akara business, you don't leave your wine business, you don't leave any other business you're doing depending on your source of income. And all you could do is to run to the police table to go and bastardize their conscience over what? Because many of them allows it to be so. But there is need that some of us must speak. If you are praying in this life, pray that some of us don't even smell the level of becoming a senior lawyer. Because whether we like it or not, consciousness must be put to place. It may only take time. It can only take little time. But one morning, I left everything I am doing. I left businesses. I left all that because there is need for some of us to qualify as lawyers tomorrow. And whatever price it takes, we must pay for it. That at the end of this age, some commoners may have confidence in the system. If you have, police should be one. Police should be one across the nation. If you have a case in Umuahia, and the same person, now look at the kind of black nonsense some people commit in this part of the world, and they go scot-free with it. If you have a case around Umuahia and you are running to zone 6 to go and fetch another police to come and rearrest the people that the police had already arrested and probably granted bail, you now run to zone 6 and our police under the same uniform and command. Kai! I've sent you an invitation. This person who says he wants to join me. And you see the same person who was arrested yesterday, granted bail. You see the same people who arrested him who run to Calabar, Zone 6, to go and fetch another police to come, and what a sacrosanct embarrassment. And I ask, are there no signals working? Are there no signals working? Please, to every police unit, to every police command, to every zonal police command at all, at least they have intelligence. They have intelligent units. Check and Sonia Ranka blocking. Come on, get out of this page. Unpolished animals. Come on, get away from here. Come on, get away from here. If I see your silly comment, I block you because you don't even have sense. If I see any careless comment, I bar you off this page. Because you need to sleep very, very well. Hey, if you leave this country and you jump to France, you start behaving like human being. And I ask you, why is it that when the same people gets across out of this country, goes out of this nation, they don't try to manipulate their policing system the way they try to manipulate us here? Now let me ask you, so the same person will go to another police command and bring those ones, they will land and start demonstrating their bossmanship. Now I ask, what happened to the other complaint the other person laid somewhere? Must we keep selling off the persons of the elephants and the eagles therein with the authority, the symbols of prestige and honor upon the cap of the police, upon the police authority and their flag? Are we so much prepared that we want to lose every of our dignity and honor? Are we so prepared that the voices of the commoners across the country will no longer be heard? Are we so prepared? The Interpol is also a unit, an arm on the cycle of the Nigerian police. And if they have any case against any individual, until they see through that business, that particular case, the person has no right to run to any other police command to go fabricate one thing or the other just to find their way out. Please, there are some cases people bring to your table. You tell them to go to court and don't allow them to use your table for bullying other people or trying to show people that they have the capacities to muscle out monies that has no genuine source. I believe if some of those people they try to manipulate or marginalize, if they have their day in court, why will you shut somebody's mouth by putting that person in cell for a period of a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month? The same day who lives abroad, they understand that this is illegal. The next thing they'll go and bring up one kangaroo court order and throw the person behind the bars and even claim that they have dealt with this person. And I ask again, the dignity and the honor attached to our policing system remains the strength of the elephant and the ego therein. Dignity. The dignity, the oil of dignity poured and showered upon our police. The respect Are we going to allow these nonchalant people to come and mesmerize the system? To come and toy with it? After making money from corrupt citizens, after using monies we get from these corrupt citizens to build mansions and all that, are we sure of peace at the end? Shall these things continue? We have so many pressing issues that the police should start looking after. They should start looking into. There are places the police may want to go for an arrest, and there are not enough manpower for them to go there. They need to borrow externals. They need to hire order from other divisions before they could go there. These are pressing issues of insecurity. These are pressing issues. This last Christmas, I got calls from series of different people from across the world who said that Governor Eziokwu wanted to come back, but I have no confidence. I am on live video, please stop. I'm on live video. I'm on live video. I have to pour out my anger. I have to say it the way it is. But as God lives, every well-meaning Nigerian who loves this country, whose parents must have paid one price or the other just to secure the peace and unity of this country, many of them will later have voices. Many of them will wake up that oppression will no longer continue across our country. Just few judges will do better. Few police officers will do better. Then with the strength and support coming from genuine Nigerians, it takes genuity. There are some policemen that are good. Say, go and sleep. Who is this Atro? Come and get her from here. Get her from this page, you Atro. Some policemen that will do the right job, that will stick to what is right, they don't even have, it is so painful that many of them, they are not even in good positions where they can decide equity and justice. Why will I be fair? Why will I stick to what is right when the process that brought me to the position where I am is not genuine? It's not according to merit. You will be so comfortable with it. There was a certain time in my street, in the city, we had confrontations at night. I called the numbers we should call. Everybody was under pressure on in the street. We only got response around 6:30 a.m. in the morning, but something happened at night. And if I had come online that day and start showing how many times I called this kind of people and there was no response. The control room, you call them as a citizen. The question sometimes, you tell them the attitude of men on the road. The harsh response they will give to you will be so painful on you. Call the overall guy and report to him. He doesn't even care about it. And the only place we have through which we can speak up is on the internet. That's the only place many Nigerians have voice and say is on the internet. You cannot quench all of them. You cannot quench all of them. You cannot quench all of them. The day I have never gone to any police station and see where they wrote and said, if you have money, come. The police should be for everybody. Sometimes the police will go for an arrest and the citizens will not be comfortable to follow them because their conscience will start telling them that they will be intimidated there. Under the watch of a superior officer, and you allow this kind of thing. If we don't start calling your names, if some people don't start calling your names one after the other, name you according to the role you must have played, then people will not rest in this country. Others may not learn. A situation where a citizen will get to the police, even the ones, some cases of which you know too well that this one does not warrant any arrest or detention, you just detain that person. All because another big businessman must have called you somewhere and tell you that I have interest in this matter. What interest? Forever is too long, and the expectation does not sustain relationship. Our police system should be reformed. Our police system should be revisited. The negligence is becoming too much. The way we invade into cases, because those people who must have invited you, they may be considering that you are the highest they have, and you need to please them. Please them for what? Are they the owners of the Nigerian police? All of us are stakeholders. The respect you give to an average Nigerian, give it to the big one. Circulate it round. Hey, there are reasons why you must listen to every of your citizens. Simply because of this. Some of the rich sponsors the crime you see the lower ones commit on the internet and outside the internet. A former head of state says that anywhere you see crime last for 30 days, then politicians are involved. The government is aware of. I'm only quoting a man. How long are we going to keep quiet in some of these things? How long are we going to supervise it, allow it? They set up their goal. When you look at them, they come to you, they try to behave as if they have conscience, or maybe their intelligences must have functioned down where they could make their researches before you start invading people. Before you start invading into people's privacies, before you start gathering certain kangaroo actions against certain individuals, you are supposed to must have monitored them. Both the complaint. The first thing I do is, if you come and tell me gossip now, you know what I do? I'll first take my time, monitor you who brought that your gossip to me. I will take my time to monitor you better, because I don't know what you must have said in my absence. You only rush into intelligence demands that this person could have come to me either because he suspects that the other coupled gossipers, one of them may run behind him to come and tell me. Even it is biblical. When somebody came and reported that him and these people, they have pied the prophet of God, he was reporting to the soldiers of David. The Bible says, and the soldiers of David gave order to his soldiers to pie him immediately, because once a betrayer remains a betrayer to the end of this age. This is one thing we should know too well. The situation is turning this way, that somebody could go and steal somewhere and confess with his mouth that he's a criminal. Even confess to it. I'm not good at. I don't just want to. There are certain things I wouldn't want to play. There are certain things I wouldn't want to say on the internet, because many of us, opportunity or negligence has made so many of us obvious citizens. So as an obvious citizen, you must mind what you say at times, and that's why some days Sometimes you see me for 2-3 days, I won't even make one video. Because I got to chew my words this time around. I got to think. Sometimes even write the things I will say, write them down on a piece of paper so that I don't go against it out of anger. For how many miles are we going to keep quiet? Somebody will tell you, I'm going to pay your flight ticket to go to social place and go and arrest social person. Pǳ! You move. Because there's a petition, a piece of paper coupled together. Submitted to your office. Bunch of lies. And once the person responds to you, to your office, the next thing, you open the hollow gates of detention and push that person in and lock it and start giving the person IQ, the other people IQ, go and get a court order, let us detain him without proper investigation. And in so doing, you are building up provocation in the minds of the innocent. They'll begin to think so abnormality is right. The police should do better. The police should do better. The police should do better. Especially those attached to the National Cybercrime Center. They should do better. Those in Abuja, I believe the lies they tell in states should not penetrate Abuja. Should by no means whatsoever penetrate such higher and well-respected offices across our country. It shouldn't be. Must everybody have senators beside them? Must everybody have businessmen? Must everybody have AIGs as their members in their churches, or as their family members, or as their in-laws? Retirement is arrogant, and you never can tell tomorrow the next person you are trying to marginalize, his own brother or cousin, may still come up tomorrow as Inspector General of Police. Let us stop these things we are doing to our citizens. Let us stop this kind of things act we are doing here and there, because we want to black cloth people for nothing, because we want to pay ways for 1 or 2 persons. This is totally wrong. I'll speak again on Tuesday. May God bless you. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless every well-meaning African. Doesn't matter your country, doesn't matter where you're from, it doesn't matter your tribe. When it comes to what is right, it doesn't matter your religion, it doesn't matter your tribe, it doesn't even matter. What matters is what is right, and what is wrong is wrong. Thank you very much. My name is Governor Eziokwu.